What's up, everybody? Tiffany Outdoors here, and today I am with
Joe with my things to do.
So Joe has challenged me to a cooking thing. So today we're going to be in the kitchen. We're bringing the outdoors, not inside. We're going to start from the inside. That was silly. That didn't even make sense.
Yeah, we're not bringing outdoors inside. Although you are outdoors, and I am pretty much inside.
Okay, we'll go with that. There's the hawk. Before there was a Tiffany Outdoors, there was Tiffany the farmer.
On U-turn when possible.
No, we're not U-turning.
Hi. Hi, what are you doing? Hi, Boo.
So today we're going to be making some of Joe's recipe for
Pasta.
That's right, y'all, homemade pasta. And she's gonna help me with the pasta part, and then I'm gonna continue the dish. She doesn't know exactly, she might have an idea what I'm making with it. I haven't told her yet. Not going to. It's gonna be a surprise. I can cook. Alright, so where do we start?
So, honestly, making pasta is so easy. I mean, it's extremely easy. So what we need to do first is get the KitchenAid mixer set up. We want to get the bowl set in there.
Alright. So I know this flips back this way.
That actually kind of hooks in. Turn the bowl until it hooks.
Yep.
We're going to use two attachments. We're going to use a regular beater, and then we're going to use a dough hook. So we've got them both over here. We're going to start off with this one, and then we're going to knead the dough partially with this one.
Okay. And I can see this will hook into here and probably spin around like that.
Yeah, just pull it to make sure that it is in there. Yep.
Locked in.
All right, it's locked in. Now, to start with, we're going to use about 3 cups of flour and 4 eggs.
Which we have right here.
Yep.
And the 4 eggs we set out for, what'd you say, 30 minutes?
Yeah, we want to get the eggs to room temperature.
Room temperature. All right. So 3 cups of flour. And what kind of flour is this? All-purpose?
This is just regular all-purpose flour. I haven't started getting the double O pasta flour yet. But that's going to be one of my next things to do. It's just, all-purpose is what I have in the house, which is good. And don't worry if you get it on the counter, because you're going to need it on the counter anyway.
Okay. That's 1 cup. Level cup, right?
Right.
Okay.
And you did that just right. You don't want to pack the flour in there.
And where'd you get this recipe from? I know that you've tweaked your own recipes.
So, when I first started off...
All fiddlesticks.
When I started making, pasta, or when I started thinking about wanting to make my own pasta, I looked at different recipes. And some came with, they added oil in it, some add salt in it. I tried a little bit of all of it. Adding the oil I wasn't happy about. It didn't feel right, and it just didn't come to dough like I wanted it to. Adding salt, and I didn't really think I needed to add salt, because I add a whole lot of salt to the water. I make the water as salty as the ocean.
Okay.
Which is, if you tasted it, you'd be like, ah! But the pasta needs it, because that's how it's going to flavor.
Right.
I boiled it down to one recipe that was enough for just the 2 of us for one meal, which is not this.
Okay.
Only because I found out that we liked it so much that why not just make a little bit extra, and we can either put the dough in the refrigerator to roll out later, or we can just roll all of it out, cut all of it out, and dry the pasta.
Okay. Alright, so what's the next step? Adding the eggs?
Adding your room temperature eggs.
Okay.
And we're using 4 of them.
And I set these out a little while ago. Now, some people crack their eggs into a separate bowl just in case the egg is bad. Which way do you do it? You just put it right in?
Okay, so I do a little bit of both depending on my mood, but I don't crack it on separately because of the egg might being bad. I do it because sometimes I get shell inside.
Eggshell.
Yeah.
We don't want eggshell in our dough,
We don't
so
want
I'm going to do
eggshell.
it separately. And do I put them all in at the same time? All right. There's one.
The very first time I made pasta, I actually did it the way one of your food heroes does it.
Rachel
Ann
Ray?
Burrell. No,
Oh,
Ann
Ann
Burrell.
Burrell. Yeah.
She puts it right there on the counter, makes a little hole, gets her eggs, and just does everything by hand. Love you to death, Ann, but that was not for me. I also tried doing it in my food processor, which is just as easy. It's the same technique here, only you'll be doing it in a food processor. And in the food processor, instead of using your cut blade, your food processor would have also come with a dough blade as well. So you want to change out the blade. When I got the KitchenAid, I was extremely happy because this was exactly what I wanted it for.
Pasta making.
Pasta making.
All right. I'm going to have to clean this up because now I've ruined our surface with egg stuff.
Now we start mixing. Now, when you bring the KitchenAid back down, don't forget to lock it.
Bring it down
And lock it on the other side.
and lock it.
Yep.
Oh, I'm assuming it's that little lever there.
Yep.
Got it.
I'm gonna start off on a low setting because if you don't, flour goes everywhere.
Okay. So, there we go.
Yeah. Once it starts incorporating some, then you can move it up to the second or maybe even third setting. What you want it to do right now is you want it to mix until it starts to make a ball.
Okay. Let me show you guys. Starting to struggle a little bit.
Now you might want to put it up to a 2. And if you find that it's too dry, that's what I got the measuring spoon for. We can add a little bit of water at a time.
All right. It looks like it might need some, but
Well, you might want to go ahead and stop it right about now. Well, no. Let's see. It hasn't formed into a ball yet. Give it a few more minutes. You can see you can speed it up a little bit if you need to.
okay.
Let's see how dry that is. Let's touch it.
All right. Let's see.
Oh, that's nice.
It has the consistency of raw cookie dough.
Yeah. You can go ahead and switch that out now. You can either knead by hand or knead with the hook.
I'm gonna knead with the hook because I want to do gadgety stuff.
Okay.
All right.
Now what we're wanting to have happen with the hook is to have all of that come to a big ball.
Okay. This looks like it is the same thing. Pull on it here. Put it down. Lock it in place and turn it on. Are we starting off low again?
Always, yeah.
Okay.
And then you can just go on up to 2. And what the hook will do will bring it into a ball and then start moving the ball around.
Okay.
That can take sometimes up to 5 minutes.
Okay, so this will be a little bit. Yep, it's starting to form a ball, y'all.
No, you can take it out.
Take it out? Okay. Alright, so now we're gonna do what now?
We're gonna knead it.
We're gonna knead it. So I need the flour. Flour the counter.
Your hand.
And my hands. So, go ahead.
I was going to say kneading is taking it and you want to push it. You want to push it, bring it back, fold, push.
It's not very kneadable.
Just add a little bit of water.
So when it's too stiff like that, add a few drops of water.
Yeah, just a little bit because it's
That'll
going to get
help
doughy.
Okay.
Pretty as moist as it needs to be.
Okay. Getting the workout, y'all.
Yeah. Alright, wait a minute.
Y'all, this is pretty hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm having to put my weight into it.
What you're wanting is you don't want it to feel dry.
It does feel dry.
It also can't be sticky.
It's not sticky.
Definitely isn't sticky.
Not sticky.
Once we've kneaded it for a few minutes, then we can roll it into a ball, cover it tightly in plastic wrap, and
Okay.
let it sit for at least 30 minutes.
Alright.
Why am I doing that?
Because you gave me this one.
I know, I gave you the little one.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There's your plastic wrap.
Alright. So, plastic wrap. Tightly.
Yeah, tightly. That's what I do. And I kind of just smooth it. I don't know why I do that. Because I like it.
Alright, y'all, I'm going to wash these dishes right quick and let this sit and rest, and we'll be back in 30 minutes to
Roll out the dough.
roll out the dough. Alright. Alright, y'all, it's been 30 minutes. Our dough has rested. I'll take the big one this time.
Oh, no. We're only going to use one at a time. So let's
Okay.
start with the small one.
Okay, so we'll start with the small one. And go ahead and take it out of the plastic wrap.
Yeah, take it out of the plastic wrap. Make sure that you have enough flour on your thing here. And I'll give you your next set of tools.
Okay. So I'm assuming that I'm going to use this to flatten the dough out.
Yeah, you're going to roll it. You're going to need a little bit of flour on everything so that the roller doesn't stick. And
Right there.
roll.
Rolling.
So what you're wanting is more of a rectangle. You're not wanting a circle.
Okay. This ain't so bad.
No, it's not. It's not that bad. You're going to be rolling until it's all the way across.
Oh, so this ain't it? Oh my God!
This is going to grow.
No!
Yes.
Y'all, I don't believe it. This ain't gonna go that much bigger.
Yes, it is.
Nah.
That's why I want the pasta maker.
This is thin.
That's not thin. That's not thin at all.
That's thin.
No.
Thin!
It's supposed to be so thin. You want to know how thin it really is supposed to be? Because I don't even make it that thin. It's supposed to be thin enough to where you can blow underneath this and it flutters.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm not gonna blow on it. That's not gonna flutter anywhere.
That's why I make it such a big deal when I make pasta. I made pasta today! I can roll it as thin as it needs to be. I choose not to roll it as thin as it needs to be.
Because this is pretty physical, y'all. This is not... I mean, I'm feeling kind of like I'm working out.
Okay, it is a workout, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we should do.
Workout. This is our workout.
This could be our new way of losing weight. Our
this.
workout, yeah.
This would be my ab roller.
Now, I wonder if that would work because we'll be eating pasta every day.
Well, there's that.
But if you're like me at this point, you can go ahead and cut it.
Alright. And this little nifty difty thing. Alright, so how do I use this here?
Just the way you have it turned that way. It didn't come with instructions. I had to find that out on my own. And you're doing it. Just
Okay.
go straight up and then go as close to that as you can, or even on top of it. And just roll, scoot, 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 scoot. Yep.
Okay. How hard should I be pressing?
You don't want to cut your countertop.
Okay, so I do want to cut the dough all the way through.
Yeah, you do want to cut the
Because
dough.
it's not cutting all the way through.
Well, when it doesn't cut all the way through, then you still have to separate them anyway. And that's what I have this pan for.
Okay.
A little bit of flour on top of the parchment paper. Yep, just throw it up there.
Y'all, I'm Tiffany Outdoors. What do I always say? It doesn't have to be pretty or perfect, right?
Because that's what
So
you
I'm
say.
okay with that. That's my motto.
I try to make things pretty because that's...
Supposed to do that?
No. I try to make things pretty because that's, food. You want food to look pretty. You eat with your eyes and then with your nose and mouth. Or do you eat with your nose first? I think you eat with your nose first.
Yeah, it might be because most of the time when you're cooking, I'm like, oh my god, that smells so good. I can't wait to eat it.
I
So.
know, and all I would have had in the pan was some water and...
Garlic.
Yeah, that's it. And she'll be like, oh my god, that smells so good.
What is that?
Water.
Oh. I want some of that. Serve me up a big bowl of that delicious water.
Obviously, that speaks a lot for my cooking skills, that my water makes you hungry.
Oh, yeah. All right, what's next? Now, should I be getting the water ready for this?
So, here's the thing about fresh pasta, and you really want to pay attention to this. Fresh pasta takes minutes to cook. I mean, literally, when I say minutes, the amount of pasta that we've already cut, or rather you've already cut, is going to take like 2 minutes to cook. You want everything that you're cooking with your meal to be either done or right at the point of being done.
Okay. So this, well, I need to put that in the refrigerator while I'm cooking the rest of it?
No, you don't. What's the
Just
great
leave it
thing is
out?
that what I did before laying it down on the pan, I put a little bit of flour on the parchment paper. And what I've been doing while you've been rolling that, I've been playing with this dough, running it through that flour so it doesn't get sticky.
Okay.
It'll dry and be ready for you when you're ready to cook it.
And separate. Boom.
I know that's my favorite part of using that tool, is separating it.
Separate and sling.
I feel...
Chefy?
Yeah, well, I feel like an Italian chef a little bit. I know there's no Italian in me, there's no chef in me either, but I feel a little,
Chefy.
yeah.
All right. So,
Boom.
now she's got it on here. We've got it in flour dredge to keep it from being sticky. I'll roll it around and
And just as another hint, because I still don't know what you're going to do with this, but if you were wanting anything, if you were needing to thicken your sauce in any way, the pasta water for this would be perfect because it already has flour in it.
okay. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and finish cooking up the rest of this meal. You guys are gonna come along with me. All right. In this pot, I'm gonna put 2 cups of Joe's homemade chicken stock. You can use regular chicken stock if you don't have someone who makes it. that smells amazing. Ooh, good flavor too. And I'm going to put 2 more additional cups of plain water. Okay, 4 more cups of water. Right, and that I'm going to add salt. This is our water for our pasta, so remember, you're going to have to well salt this. And another staple in our house is garlic powder. Put a little bit of garlic powder. This pan here, I'm going to be cooking up some chicken and some sausage. So I'm going to take my sausage and slice it up. So I have 2 pieces of sweet Italian sausage, and what I'm going to do is take the skin off of it. I don't want the skin on it. Alright, we're going to brown this and cook this up, and then we're going to move on to our next meat, which is going to be chicken. I'm going to have a little bit of chicken in here also. Sausage and chicken. How can you go wrong with that? While this is frying up, I'm going to cut up a small onion. I only need half. So I'm going to cut up half of an onion. And I want to put that in there too. This is going to be amazing. Trying to get them as thin as I can. Listen to that sizzle, y'all. Sizzle, sizzle. And I'm going to put a little bit of garlic to season the onions. I'm going to wait on the salt until this is almost done. I'm going to let that onion sweat a little bit. I want these onions to be soft and translucent. I don't want them to be, I want them to be a flavoring element in this dish, not an actual part of it. I know it sounds funny, but I want it to be a seasoning part of it. Alright, the sausage is about halfway done. I'm going to add a little bit of salt to this, not a lot, just 2 pinches, 2 small pinches of salt to season the onions. And when you're cooking, I learned this from Rachel Ray, y'all. You want to season your layers. Alright, so this is about 3/4 cooked. There's a little bit of pink left in here. I'm going to take this out of the pan. Don't worry, guys. We're going to cook it a little bit more. So I'm going to set it off to the side just momentarily. And it'll continue cooking while in this bowl too. Alright. So next in the pan, I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil. Just a little bit. And I have some cut up chicken breast in here. A little bit of chicken breast. I haven't seasoned this yet. And pour that in. Alright, got my chicken in. Now, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on my water for my pasta. Go ahead and get that going. And we need to season this chicken here. I'm going to put a little bit of salt. Salt, pepper, and garlic. Those are the 3 main ingredients that you should use on everything. A bit of salt. We love garlic in this house. Go heavy on the garlic. And some fresh cracked black pepper. And let this chicken cook. While this is cooking, we're going to go on to our next element of our dish. And I'm going to add a can of Rotel Mild. It's got green tomatoes, diced tomatoes and green chilies in it. 1 can of Rotel. Good stuff. And this Rotel, I want to drain I want to drain all of the liquid off of this. I don't want any of the liquid on here. This chicken is cold. It's kind of really cooled down my pan here. Just be patient with it. It'll heat back up. And once my chicken is halfway cooked, I want it kind of white on both sides of all the pieces of chicken. And then what we're going to do is we're going to drain all that liquid off. And then we're going to add our sausage back in and finish cooking everything together. That way all of the flavors get mixed in together. And I'm also going to add that can of green chilies and diced peppers, or diced tomatoes. I don't know why I can't get that name straight. I don't know what's in it. Then we're going to add our can of diced tomatoes and green chilies. Alright, this is mostly cooked. I'm going to take the chicken out of here momentarily to get all that liquid off of there. I don't want all that liquid in there. I don't want my my dish to be soupy. So I'm just going to pull my chicken out of here. And I'm going to pour this liquid off and put all the meat back in along with our tomatoes. Alright, back in the pan with our sausage, which has some liquid in it, and the rest of our chicken. Boom, boom, boom. And our tomatoes. Mix this all together. Oh my gosh, y'all, it smells so good in here. Alright, I'm going to let this heat back up. And we're going to take a big chunk of chicken out and cut it in half and check the doneness. And then I'm going to do the same with the sausage because I don't want to serve any raw food. Looks like my pasta water is boiling. Yes, look at that. Alright, I'm going to add this pasta in and give it a quick stir. Just a little quick stir like that, just to make sure it's not clumped together. I'm going to let this pasta come back up to boiling, or after 3 minutes, and then we're going to drain that. Alright, our pasta is done. I'm going to drain this and put it right back in this pot. I'm going to turn my heat down to simmer. And in this, we're going to add a jar of any sauce of your choosing. I chose garlic Alfredo sauce. And basically, I turn the heat down just so I can heat my sauce through. And then we're going to add in our chicken, sausage, and tomato mixture. Get this all mixed in. Oh my goodness, this looks amazing. Now, last thing I want to add is some cheese. I got some of this Mexican cheese. You can use any shredded cheese you want. And I got the really fine shredded cheese so it'll melt a lot quicker. I'm just going to put a little bit in there. And when I serve it up, we're going to put some more on top. Alright, let's serve this up in some bowls. Alright, y'all. Ooh, taste test time. This smells so good. Get a little messy with it. Probably should have cut these in half. on top.
All right. Let's see.
Mmm. Mmm.
Yeah, I really like the noodles a lot.
Thank you. I made them myself.
Oh, you must have had a really good recipe for them.
I did.
This is really good. I like the sausage in there.
Mm-hmm. The noodles came out good.
They really, really did. The tomatoes and peppers are really a nice touch in this.
Mm-hmm. Seasoning wise, is it good? Need more salt?
You know, I don't need any more salt. I think the cheese makes it just that enough salt in there.
'Cause I seasoned each layer as I cooked.
Yeah. And like you said, in our house, there really is no such thing as too much garlic.
Mm.
I mean, y'all, you've seen me. If the recipe calls for 1 clove of garlic, I put in 3.
Very good. So, can Tiffany Outdoors cook? Can Tiffany Outdoors make homemade pasta?
Tiffany Outdoors did a really great job at making pasta. I guess that was your thing to do today, huh?
It was.
Yes.
Mm.
Now I don't have to make it anymore. So, until I get a pasta maker, there you are.
Alright, everybody. We're gonna go finish our dinner. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.
Bye.